episode is about the first Arab space mission to Mars. United Arab Emirates is sending its probe to Mars from a remote Japanese island next month. So the liftoff is next month, but the fueling is starting in the coming week. The probe will go to the orbit of Mars, it will orbit Mars and take pictures and other data and send it back to Earth. The project has been in the works since 2014 and this project has been named Amal. Amal means hope. So it is known as the Project Hope. This mission is powered by Japanese technology. That is, a Japanese rocket will be carrying the United Arab Emirates probe to Mars, and it is also carrying 3 different types of sensors to study the atmosphere of Mars. Now let's see about the sensors. These sensors include a high-resolution multiband camera for measuring the planet's ozone and dust. Second will be an infrared spectrometer for measuring both the upper and lower atmosphere. The third sensor will be an ultraviolet spectrometer for measuring oxygen and hydrogen levels on Mars. In short, the United Arab Emirates probe will measure the atmospheric properties of Mars, including the upper and lower atmospheric properties and the oxygen and hydrogen levels, and also to assess the water levels, that is to assess the water properties on Mars. Most of the Mars missions were concentrating on the geology of Mars, but this mission is going to concentrate on the climatic conditions on Mars. Now let's see some interesting facts about this mission. It takes this UAE mission about 7 months to reach Mars because the distance between Earth and Mars is about 493 million kilometers and the probe is to take 7 months to cross this distance. Once the probe has reached the planet, it starts to orbit Mars and takes pictures and records other data and sends it back to Earth. Since this is the first Mars mission that is concentrating on the climatic conditions of the planet, any image or any data that this probe records and sends it back to Earth would definitely be groundbreaking. The probe will remain orbiting Mars for an entire Martian year. That is, 1 Martian year is equal to 687 days. It takes 687 days for the planet Mars to complete 1 revolution around the Sun. So this probe will remain orbiting Mars for an entire year, all the while recording the climatic conditions and the climatic changes that happens on Mars. One single orbit around the Mars will take this probe about 55 hours, which means it would take 55 hours for this probe to complete 1 orbit around the planet. United Arab Emirates has a track record of space travel. It has sent rockets to Earth's orbit and one of its astronauts to the International Space Station. The first Arab astronaut to go into space was the Saudi Arabia's Prince Sultan bin Salman Al Saud, who flew on the US Space Shuttle in 1985. But this mission, that is this Mars mission, this Project Hope, is completely different from all the other previous space travel history that UAE has. The spacecraft for this Mars mission, that is the spacecraft for this Project Hope, was built in UAE and it was shipped to Japan, and once the spacecraft actually arrived in Japan, the pandemic coronavirus started and all its engineers were immediately quarantined. So it was thought that the liftoff might be delayed. It was earlier told that the liftoff would be in July, and once this pandemic started, there were news that the liftoff might be delayed, but now we get the news that the liftoff will take place next month as planned and the fueling will start next week. It's a real step forward for Mars missions and Mars explorations because it shows that countries other than the European Space Agency or NASA can actually go there. We can only hope that this Project Hope, this mission Hope, is a success because Mars has a very long history of mission failures, and this mission would actually help the region to diversify away from its dependence on oil industry. We all know that UAE largely depends on oil industry for its economy, but if this Mars mission is a success, UAE will also be known for a very strong space program, and that would also reflect positively on its economy. UAE has also vowed to build a human settlement on Mars by the year 2117, hoping that this project would be a success. Mars mission is difficult, but did you know that India's very own Mars mission, that is the Mangalyaan project, which was initially meant to last only 6 months orbiting the planet, actually completed 5 years orbiting Mars last year? This Mangalyaan project actually costed only 450 crore rupees, which is way cheaper than the Hollywood movie Gravity. So please comment if you know any such interesting facts about India's Mars mission, and stay connected with us for more such updates.